And now U.S. President Donald Trump has praised the military for bombing Afghanistan with the largest non-nuclear bomb in the U.S. arsenal.
If you look at what's happened over the last 8 weeks and compare that really to what's happened over the last 8 years, you'll see there's a tremendous difference, So we have incredible leaders in the military and we have incredible military, and we are very proud of them. And this was another very, very successful mission.
Trump made the comments after U.S. military used the bomb known as the mother of all bombs for the first time in combat. The Pentagon spokesperson earlier said the bomb contained 11 tons of explosives. The official noted the bomb was dropped on a cave complex allegedly used by Daesh terrorists in Afghanistan's Nangarhar province. There's been no assessment yet of casualties, and it's not clear just how much damage the bomb has done. U.S. has time and again claimed that it carries out airstrikes against Daesh and al-Qaeda in Afghanistan, but facts on the ground indicate that many civilians have fallen victim to such attacks. And joining us now in New York is Dakotah Lilly students and Youth for a New America is what Dakotah represents. Hello, Dakotah, and thanks for joining us on the program. Now, two U.S. presidents who love to drop bombs and invade countries passed on using this bomb. George W. Bush, who had the Moab developed on his watch, and then Barack Obama. So why did Donald Trump fit to do so, or see it fit to employ this bomb?
Well, I think it fits Trump's narrative that he is stronger than the previous administrations. I think it fits Trump's narrative that he is actually doing something while the Obama administration stood by and did nothing, even though the Obama administration was very, very instrumental in making sure that they were known worldwide as warmongers in bombing Syria, Libya, and 5 other different countries without congressional approval, in violation of domestic law as well as in violation of international law.
Okay, so then why did Donald Trump campaign on less militarism, less wars and interventions, more money at home for jobs and infrastructure, right? And now he's bombed civilians in Yemen. He's dropped the biggest bomb ever used by the U.S. Outside of World War II on Afghanistan, something that cost well over nearly $50 million, that single bomb. And now he bombed Syria with no Congress and no UN involved. So who is Donald Trump and what does he stand for? He said one thing during his campaign, but now we're seeing a different Donald Trump. Your assessment?
Yeah, I mean, all your points are absolutely correct. He said all these things about jobs, less money for war, less foreign intervention, and less wars abroad, because that's what the American people want. The American people are tired, as well as the international community, are tired of these wars abroad for regime change and for resource allocation. You know, the unemployment rate in the United States, the real unemployment rate stands in the double digits, while we spend almost $50 million to bomb a country thousands of miles away. Now that Trump has been in the presidency, he has succumbed to this deep state militaristic view, and he is now just as much an able servant of his corporate masters, just as Obama was, and just as Bush was, and every other president.
And why is nobody calling in Western media this thing a WMD? It's nearly, what, 22,000-pound bomb, yet it's called the biggest non-nuclear bomb in the U.S. arsenal, as opposed to a weapon of mass destruction. Why?
Well, it's a very good question. I mean, even if you look at, you know, the chemical attack that happened in Syria, why is this giant mother of all bombs not considered just as egregious, just as much of a crime, just as upsetting as any other weapon being used? There's absolutely no doubt that civilians were killed in this military operation. There's absolutely no doubt that extremism and Daesh are the real winners in this operation. There's no question. So I think it just fits again with the narrative. I mean, where did that $50 billion that it cost to make this bomb go? It went to weapons manufacturers. It went to military contractors. GE, for example, they create weapons, and they also own a lot of the mainstream media, such as MSNBC. So it would be very, very antithetical to them to call this weapon exactly what it was, and that was a weapon of mass destruction and a weapon of mass death.
Thank you, Dakotah, for joining us once again. Dakotah Lilly joining us, represents students and youth for a New America, joining us out of New York.